Hello children, how are you? I hope you all are doing well. So children, we have learned so many different grammar concepts. Are you implementing them in real life? When you're using are you using them in the correct manner to write your sentences or to speak to someone? ओके सो बच्चों इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्योंकि क्या होता है ना, जब हम ग्रामेटिकली करेक्ट साउंड करते इट मेक्स अ टोटली डिफरेंट इम्प्रेशन ओके ऑन द अदर पर्सन. जब हम अच्छे से ग्रामर यूज़ करते, हमारे ग्रामर कॉन्सेप्ट्स क्लियर होते ओके ऑटोमेटिकली हमारी वोकैबुलरी जो होती है वो इम्प्रूव होती है. चलो लेट्स लुक एट आवर नेक्स्ट चैप्टर. इट टॉक्स अबाउट डायरेक्ट एंड इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच. ओके जैसे हमने एक्टिव एंड पैसिव वॉइस किए हैं ओके अब हम देखेंगे डायरेक्ट एंड इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच क्या होते हैं. ओके हेलो किड्स, व्हेन वी रिपोर्ट द एग्जैक्ट वर्ड्स ऑफ द स्पीकर ओके इट इज़ कॉल्ड डायरेक्ट स्पीच. तो जब हम अपने पेरेंट्स को, आप स्कूल से घर आते हो और अपने पेरेंट्स को बताते हो कि मम्मा पता है टीचर ने क्या कहा, एंड देन यू से द एग्जैक्ट वर्ड्स ऑफ द टीचर. ओके आप बोलते हैं माई टीचर सेड एंड देन you put in the exact words of the teacher, then it becomes a direct speech. ओके अब जब आप उनको घुमा फिरा के बोलते हो, ठीक है, माई टीचर सेड दैट आई वॉज डूइंग दिस ओके, तो फिर वो क्या बन जाता है, वो बन जाता है इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच. ठीक है. सो व्हेन वी रिपोर्ट द वर्ड्स ऑफ द स्पीकर इन आवर ओन वर्ड्स ओके इट इज कॉल्ड इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच. हम बता तो रहे सेम थिंग बट हम उनको अपने वर्ड्स में एक्सप्रेस करें. ओके सो डायरेक्ट स्पीच इज this is the repetition of exactly the same words of the speaker using inverted commas enclosing the actual words of the speaker. तो आप देखोगे जब हम डायरेक्ट स्पीच वाले लिखते हैं तो हम क्या करते हैं, द टीचर सेड कॉमा इन्वर्टेड कॉमा और उसमें जो भी टीचर ने कहा है एग्जैक्ट सेम वर्ड्स एज इट इज हम लिखते हैं. ओके इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच में क्या होता है, इट कंटेन्स द सब्सटेंस ऑफ द स्पीकर्स वर्ड्स एंड नॉट द एग्जैक्ट वर्ड्स स्पोकन बाय हिम और हर. ओके वी डू नॉट यूज इन्वर्टेड कॉमास इन इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच. ओके हम उन्हीं वर्ड्स को यूज करते हैं what was spoken but we express them in a different manner और उसमें inverted commas नहीं ऐड होते. Clear? Examine the following sentences. My friend said, comma, inverted comma, I want to become an artist. ये हो गया डायरेक्ट. अब इनडायरेक्ट बनेगा My friend said that he wanted to become an artist. Clear? This is how you will make it into an indirect speech. Okay? The children said, we are playing cricket. The children said that they were playing cricket. So note that in the above sentences, every direct speech has two parts. Okay? Direct speech के दो parts होते हैं. One part is within the inverted commas, which is called reported speech. Okay, now the other part is outside the inverted commas, which is called the reporting verb. Okay, now direct speech is changed according to the reporting verb. A comma is put between the reporting verb and reported speech. The first word of reported speech begins with a capital letter. Okay, for example, the teacher said. Okay, now this is your reporting verb, said. Okay, to me, you are a good boy. Now this is written in inverted commas. Okay, so reporting verb है said and reported speech है you are a good boy. Clear? Now, if the reporting verb is in the present or future tense, no change is made in the tense of indirect speech. For example, the teacher says, The boy gets up early in the morning. ये हो गया आपका डायरेक्ट स्पीच. ओके इसको हम इनडायरेक्ट में चेंज करेंगे. The teacher says that the boy gets up early in the morning. तो आप देखोगे कि यहाँ पे सेम है. जो डायरेक्ट स्पीच पे जो इन्वर्टेड कॉमास वाले जो सेंटेंस था, उसमें जो सेंटेंस था वो सेम सेंटेंस ऐसे के ऐसे ही लिखा गया. ओके द टीचर सेज दैट, बट इसको हमने चेंज किया बाय सेइंग दैट द टीचर सेज दैट The boy gets up early in the morning. Clear? चलो, the teacher will say you are a good boy. The teacher will say that you are a good boy. Okay, तो ये हो जाता है आपका present, okay, या future tense, right? In sentence 1, the reporting verb, the teacher says, is in the present tense. So no change, okay, in tense has been made in the indirect speech. Okay. In sentence 2, the reporting verb, the teacher will say, is in future tense. Hence, no change in tense of indirect speech has been made. We change the tense of indirect speech only when the reporting verb is in the past tense. अगर reporting verb past tense में है तो ही हम उसका speech change कर देते हैं. Otherwise, अगर present या future tense में है तो हम उसको change नहीं करते. Right? When the reporting verb is in the past tense but reported speech has some fact or universal truth, no change in tense is made in indirect speech. For example, he said, the earth moves round the sun. तो इसमें आप देखोगे ये यूनिवर्सल फैक्ट है, तो इसमें हम करेंगे he said that the earth moves round the sun जब हम indirect speech रखेंगे. Okay? Now remember, indirect speech, there is a comma which separates the reporting verb from the reported speech. Reported speech को और reporting verb को क्या करता है, बीच में क्या आता है इन दोनों के, आ जाता है comma. Okay? It separates them. There is a full stop, question mark or an exclamation mark at the end of a reported speech. Actual words of the speaker are enclosed within the inverted commas. Remember that, okay? Now, in indirect speech, inverted commas are removed. Okay? In place of inverted commas, we use that, okay, to join the two speeches. आप देखोगे कि he said that the earth moves round the sun. Okay, हमने that word use किया है during the indirect speech. Okay, the word said or said to is changed into told. Okay, changes are made in the tense according to the rules given next. Okay, the tense of reporting verb does not change. The imperative and interrogative sentences are changed into assertive sentences. So, जो imperative होते हैं, जो exclamatory sentences होते हैं या जो interrogative question sentences होते हैं, वो change हो जाते हैं assertive sentences में. Okay, the question mark is not used. We do not use a question mark. Okay, certain changes in pronouns and adverbs are made according to the rules. तो rules के हिसाब से आप देखोगे pronouns and adverbs में changes हो जाते हैं. Okay, now let's look at the rules. Since we are talking about rules, we might as well learn what the rules are and know about them. Okay, so rules for changing direct speech into indirect speech. Okay, first assertive sentences case में देखते हैं. Okay, changes in tenses. Simple present changes into simple past. Present continuous changes into past continuous. Present perfect changes into past perfect. Present perfect continuous changes into past perfect continuous. Simple past changes into past perfect. Past continuous changes into past perfect continuous. Okay, so past perfect and past perfect continuous tense, they do not change. Okay, they stay as it is. So modal verbs like shall, will, can and may, okay, they are changed into should, would, could and might, okay, respectively. जैसे shall should होगा, will would हो जाएगा, can could हो जाएगा और may might हो जाएगा. Clear? Now let's look at the changes in the personal pronouns. Okay, the following are the forms of personal pronouns. First person अगर I, me, my, mine, we, us, our, ours है. Okay, second person you, yours, yours, you. Third person he, him, his, she, her, hers, they, them, their, theirs, it, its. Okay, the first person pronouns जो है they change according to the subject, okay, of the reporting verb. जो reporting verb होता है उसके subject के हिसाब से वो change हो जाते हैं. Okay, second person pronouns change according to the object, okay, of the reporting verb. And third person pronouns they do not change. Okay, let's look at the examples. Okay, first one, direct में आएगा, Ravi said I am a student. Okay, अब indirect में हो जाएगा, Ravi said that he was a student. तो आप देखोगे subject के हिसाब से ये change हुआ है. Clear? Direct में अगर बोलते हैं children said we have played a cricket match. Indirect बन जाएगा, children said that they had played a cricket match. Direct says you said I am a doctor. Okay, अब indirect बन जाएगा, you said that you were a doctor. Okay, next one, Amit said to me you are a good boy. So indirect बन जाएगा, Amit told me that I was a good boy. आपको याद है ना, हमने ये बोला था, इसमें रूल्स में आया था कि told बन जाता है वो. Okay, remember that word, that the word said or said to is changed into told in the indirect speech. Okay, clear? Remember that. Now direct, they said she looks beautiful. Indirect में आ जाएगा, they said that she looked beautiful. Okay, clear? Now let's see the changes in time and place. वो कैसे होते हैं? अगर direct में हम बोलते हैं this, तो indirect में आएगा that, here, there, these, those, today, that day. Okay, tonight, that night. Okay, last night will become the previous night. Thus becomes so. Now becomes then. Next week becomes the following week. Okay, come becomes go. Yesterday is the previous day. Tomorrow becomes the next day, and ago becomes before. Clear? So now, next rule. If the reported speech expresses a universal truth, okay, a truth which can never be changed, a habit or a customary action, okay, the tense is not changed. For example, direct में जब हम बोलते हैं the teacher said the earth is round. Indirect में हो जाएगा, the teacher said that the earth is round. It stays as it is. Okay, direct, she said I never tell a lie. So this is like a habit, never tell a lie. Okay, indirect, she said that she never tells a lie. Direct, grandma said birds fly in the sky. Indirect, grandma said that the birds fly in the sky. The teacher said the sun sets in the west. The teacher said that the sun sets in the west. Okay, clear? अब देखते हैं interrogative sentences. पहले हमने किए assertive sentences, अब बारी है interrogative sentences की. Okay, remember the word said to is generally changed into asked or inquired. Okay, जब हम question पूछते हैं तो question मतलब ask और inquire. Okay, so said to change हो जाएगा asked या inquired. Okay, the interrogative form is changed into assertive form. Okay, the conjunction if or whether is used before the reported speech if it begins with an auxiliary, that is a helping verb. No conjunction is used if the reported speech begins with a WH word. Okay, the question word itself is used to join the two parts. Okay, चलो देखते हैं. By examples, it becomes very clear to understand all these rules. Okay, direct. Aman said to me, "Are you well?" Okay, तो indirect में आएगा, Aman asked me, okay, if I was well. Okay, अब आप ये देखो, जब हम इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंसेस बना रहे हैं, ओके, या फिर आप जब भी डायरेक्ट स्पीच लिखोगे तो एक चीज़ याद रखनी है, जो आप पंक्चुएशन मार्क्स दोगे ना, जैसे फुल स्टॉप या एक्सक्लेमेशन या क्वेश्चन मार्क, हमेशा आप देखोगे कि नेक्स्ट कॉमा जो इन्वर्टेड कॉमा लास्ट वाला वो क्लोज करने से पहले उसको लगाएंगे. ओके, द क्वेश्चन मार्क कम्स बिफोर क्लोजिंग द इन्वर्टेड कॉमा or the full stop comes before closing the sentence with an inverted, or the exclamation mark will come before closing the sentence with the inverted comma. Remember this children, this is very important because कभी कभी हम लोग बहुत confuse हो जाते हैं और हमें समझ में नहीं आता है कि हमें ये question mark जो है या punctuation marks जो है वो inverted commas के बाद लगाने या पहले लगाने. तो हमें उन्हें लगाना है पहले और फिर हम इन्वर्टेड कॉमास डाल के उस सेंटेंस को क्लोज कर देंगे. क्लियर? रिमेंबर दैट. ओके, नाउ सेकेंड वन. लता सेड टू मी, इज योर फादर प्रेजेंट एट होम? ओके, सो लता आस्क्ड मी इफ माय फादर वाज प्रेजेंट एट होम. ओके, नेक्स्ट. आई सेड टू हर, विल यू अकम्पनी मी? I asked her if she would accompany me. Will becomes would. Okay. Abhinav said to me, did you go to see the film? Abhinav asked me whether I had gone to see the film. Sumit said to me, how do you go to school? Sumit asked me how I went to school. Okay. My mother said to me, when will you come back? My mother asked me when I would come back. Okay, so अब देखते हैं imperative sentences. I hope the interrogative sentences were clear of how you write them. जैसे are you, you becomes I जब आपसे पूछा जा रहा है. Okay, is your father? Okay, if my father. Will you accompany? Will has changed to would you? Okay, would accompany. Okay, did you change to whether? I had. Okay, how do you go to? It changed to how I went to. Okay, and then when will you come back? When I would come back. Okay, देखा अलग अलग तरीका लिखने का. Remember that children and always keep that in your mind. Okay, now let's look at the imperative sentences. Imperative sentences क्या होते हैं? जैसे by a command or a request or an advice. These are all imperative sentences. Remember, the reporting verb is changed into asked, advised, ordered, proposed, requested, forbade, etc. according to the sense of the speaker. Okay, speaker के हिसाब से वो change हो जाता है. Okay, the verb in an imperative sentence is changed into infinitive by placing to before the finite verb. If the sentence begins with let us से sentence शुरू होता है, the reporting verb is changed into proposed or suggested, followed by that, and then by we should, etc. Okay, so now examples. Okay, direct. I said to him, please give me your pen. तो indirect बनेगा I requested him to give me his pen. Lata said to me, let us go for a walk. Lata proposed to me that we should go for a walk. Okay. The teacher said to me, don't make a noise. The teacher forbade me to make a noise, or the teacher advised me not to make a noise. Okay. My father said to me, wait for a few seconds. My father asked me to wait for a few seconds. The teacher said to me, stand up. The teacher ordered me to stand up. Clear? चलो अब देखते हैं exclamation and wishes. While reporting exclamations and wishes, the indirect speech is introduced by some verb expressing exclamation or wish. ओके जो एक्सक्लेमेशंस होते हैं, जैसे अलग अलग एक्सप्रेशंस होते हैं हमारे शॉक के या सरप्राइज के या अलग अलग टाइप के फीलिंग्स जो हमारे होते हैं, इमोशंस होते हैं या विशेस होते हैं. ओके उनको एक्सप्रेस करते वक्त हाउ वुड वी यूज द इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू लुक एट नाउ. ओके डायरेक्ट में ही सेड अलास आई एम अनडन. ओके तो यहाँ पे इनडायरेक्ट में आएगा ही एक्सक्लेम्ड दैट ही वॉज undone. We will not use the word alas again. Okay, direct. Alice said, how clever I am. Alice exclaimed that she was very clever. Okay. Direct. He said, bravo, you have done well. So it will come as he applauded him, saying that he had done well. Okay. Help me, heaven, he cried. I'll never steal again. He called upon heaven to witness his resolve never to steal again. So he's made a resolution not to steal again. So he called upon heaven to witness his resolve never to steal again. Clear? चलो अब smart बनना है हमें. And in order to become smart, what do we have to do? We have to do the exercises. Of course, even if it helps us to become smart, it also, okay, helps us to see how much we have followed from the chapter. Okay, and it also helps us in enhancing our skills and putting them in the right way, okay, while we are writing something or while we are speaking about something. Clear? Okay, at the same time it also helps us understand when we are reading something. Clear? Chalo, let's look at the first one. Read the following sentences and tick their correct indirect speech from the two options. अब आपको इनमें से जो correct option होगा उस पे टिक करना है. The manager said the work is progressing well. The manager said that the work was progressing well. Or the manager informed that the work was progressing well. So, यहाँ पे हम बोलेंगे the manager said that the work was progressing well. The teacher said, children, sit silently and do your work. So, the teacher said children to sit silently and do their work, or the teacher asked the children to sit silently and do their work. तो यहाँ पे आएगा the teacher asked the children to sit silently and do their work. Clear? ऐसे ही एक एक sentence को analyze करो with the options, okay, and then tick across the right one. Clear? चलो अब जल्दी जल्दी बाकी sentences आप अपने आप करने. Okay, now change the following sentences into indirect speech in your notebook. अब notebook लेने हैं, जल्दी जल्दी ये sentences आपको लिखने हैं. Okay, the teacher said the sun sets in the west. The teacher said that the sun sets in the west. Okay, it's a universal fact. The peon said to her, what are you doing here? The peon asked her what she was doing there. Clear? ऐसे ही बाकी sentences अपने आप analyze करके करने हैं. But remember, whenever you do something, always reread the chapter, reread the concept. It will help you, children, and you will not make any mistakes. Change the following sentences into indirect speech. He said, alas, our foes are too strong. Okay? He said that our foes were too strong. Clear? So, he said, my God, I am ruined. तो आप ये देखोगे, it is like, what type of feeling is being expressed here? क्या आपको लग रहा है कि ये जो person है, is he repenting on what he's done? Okay? और जो उसके साथ हुआ है, उसको लग रहा है कि ये mess हो गया है पूरा. तो इसके लिए he is calling upon God. So, you can say, he called upon God saying that he is ruined, or you can also say he called upon God repenting for his actions. Clear? चलो अब ऐसे ही बाकी sentences अपने आप जल्दी जल्दी से करने हैं. उसके पहले don't forget to reread the chapter. I'm telling this again and again because certain concepts, when you read them again and again, they stay in your mind fixed.